Hamas has named the 3 Israeli hostages that are set to be released tomorrow. This comes after the militant group had threatened to delay their release, accusing Israel of violating the terms of the Gaza ceasefire deal. That could have derailed the agreement. For more on this, I want to bring in CBS News foreign correspondent Chris Livesay. Chris, so tell us about this next group.
Yeah, a sigh of relief, Vlad, that they're at least announced to be coming out. The names of those 3 hostages are Yair Horn, 46 years old, Sasha Trufanov, 29, and Sagid Dekel Hen, 36. All 3 of them were taken to kibbutz Nir Oz. That was among the most hardly hit kibbutzes on the October 7 terror attacks of 2023. Hen is a dual national American, originally from Bloomfield, Connecticut. He's coming home to 3 little girls, one of whom he's meeting for the very first time. She was born 2 months after he was kidnapped. Now, according to hostages who have already been released, they say that he was shot in his arm and leg, and paying attention to the condition he's in when he comes out is going to be very important, especially when we consider how poorly treated and emaciated those previous hostages looked when they were released just last weekend. Also a part of the deal, Israel is expected to release 369 Palestinian prisoners.
Chris, as you know, Israel's former defense minister, Yoav Gallant, has been speaking out. What's he been saying?
Yeah, it's a really fascinating chapter of history. Let's think back to October 7 of 2023. There was a lot of debate in the Israeli government as to what to do with Hezbollah on Israel's northern border with Lebanon. And Yoav Gallant, who was dismissed at the end of last year, he really wanted to attack Hezbollah immediately, it being the more powerful of Israel's enemies. And according to him, you always go after the stronger enemy first. Remember those pager attacks that we saw at the end of last year? They blew up in the hands of Hezbollah members as they were doing shopping for groceries or out in the streets. They were on their scooters. Who can forget? Well, according to Gallant, that was actually a B plan. The A plan was to blow up their walkie-talkies first. That was another part of that attack that we saw last year. He wanted it to be the first part of the attack. Let me go back to October 7th. If they had attacked Hezbollah immediately, he says, what would the soldiers have done? They would have put on their kit, they would have put on their vests, and they would have put on those walkie-talkies. He says 15,000 walkie-talkies would have blown up simultaneously and killed all of the Hezbollah fighters wearing those walkie-talkies. He says it would have wiped out Hezbollah immediately, sent a big sign of deterrence, and then they could have focused all of their attention on freeing the hostages and going after Hamas. He says it would have cut the time of war in half. Just a fascinating counterfactual history of we'll never know, but it's also casting not just new light on the war effort, but also doubt here in Israel on the way that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been conducting this war.
Wow, Chris Livesay reporting from Tel Aviv with some really crucial context and detail there. Chris, thank you very much.